Hey, good morning, Northridge Community Church. I want to give you a quick recap of Balanced as we finished up week 4, as we've been looking at how do we approach our finances in a godly way. And week 3, we really ended on seeing how we have excess, and the Lord desires for us to use our excess in a godly way, in a God-honoring way. And that when we give our excess to the Lord, it's not something that is wasted, but instead is something that He uses for eternal purposes. So we started this past week by just really establishing the truth that when we give our excess to the Lord, He doesn't just consume it on Himself. He doesn't just waste it, but instead He invests it in a kingdom, in a people that go on forever. So the fact that our finances have eternal purposes should really motivate us and move us to start investing in something that actually matters, which is God, His kingdom, and His people. From there, we looked at Ephesians chapter 3, verses 16 through 21, and we looked at how much we are just loved by the Lord. And when we can take a second to reflect that us are people who are very far from the Lord, who have been pursued by the Lord of the universe, and somehow we have been brought back to the fold of God, we have been loved by the God of the universe, it gives our heart confidence. It gives us strength, it gives us power to know that if God could do something as incredible as redeeming His people, how much more can He do in the future? So as we looked at a beautiful prayer in Ephesians 3 from Paul that helps us realize that the fullness of life comes from knowing that we are loved by the God of the universe, we realize that should motivate us and push us to trust the Lord more in our finances. Because when we realize that the God of the universe has done something as great in the past as redeem us and demonstrated His love for us on the cross and the power over sin and death and the grave, we then can know that, hey, our God can do anything going forward. So we said that the bottom line this week was when we invest in the kingdom of God, He will do with it He will do with our finances more than anything we could ever imagine. It talks about in verse 20 how the Lord will do things that go beyond anything we could ever imagine. So dream big. We are called to be a people that are to dream big and to desire to see great things happen in our lifetime through the Lord working in our lives. And the reality is God can do even more than that if we will submit all areas of our lives, including our finances. So we just wanted to conclude this great series of Balance by realizing that we are more loved by the God of the universe than we could ever imagine, and that the God of the universe doesn't just use our excess on Himself, but instead He invests it in something that is eternal, which is His kingdom and His people. And when we can look back at the good news of the gospel that Jesus Christ demonstrated His love for us and did something that was far beyond anything we could ever comprehend, why would we not have confidence that God will continue to do great things in our lives if we will be a people that submit and surrender all areas of our lives, including our finances? So I hope you'll have a great week. I pray that this series has been challenging to you. Continue to seek to be a people that walk with the Lord in all areas of our lives, including our finances. Thank you and God bless.